If I hadn't said yes to my university club, I wouldn't have gotten my first job. And the funny thing is, I didn't even know that joining it would help me get a job at all. So I'm sharing this story for anyone who is going through this process of whether you're in university, you're doing your undergraduate or your master's program. I just want to share my story about how I got my first job through the club that I did at university. So yeah, let's get into it. I joined a lot of different clubs throughout my university experience, and most of them were because of my love and passion for that particular thing. So for example, in first year, I started the sports club in my university, and that's just because I really like sports. And I played sports all throughout my life, and I didn't want to drop that habit, especially as I entered university. So I started the sports club. It went well, but it only lasted a year because in the second year, I wanted to focus more on academics, but most of my friends had formed the arts and culture club, which included singing, dancing, drama, theatrics, all of those sorts of things, and I wanted to try my hand at that as well. So I just joined that club. We did a lot of different dance fests and that sort of thing. I had no intention of joining that club at all, but that's how my second year went. But moving into third year, that is unfortunately when COVID hit. But the positive part of that was that university went completely online, and because of that, all of the different years of my of my course were finally able to interact with each other. So all the way from year 1 to year 4, everyone was online. So that gave us the first time where clubs could take place and it wasn't just divided by your batches. So because of that, our university went all out and we had an entire club campaign where each club founder got to share their ideas of which club they wanted to start, and then people could register to join the clubs, all online. I wanted to start another club, but I wasn't sure what I wanted it to be about. And in year 3, we get to pick our specializations, and we had to pick between finance, marketing, and entrepreneurship. And I was always interested in marketing. From year 1, most of the internships that I did were related to marketing. So I wanted to do something related to marketing, right? And before the year starts, we get our course outline, right? And I always make it a point to go through the course outline before the year begins. And when I took a look at the course outline and I saw both the years that I had remaining, year 3 and year 4, for the marketing specialization, there were, since it was a BBA course, there were marketing related topics, but I found that there were a lot of different areas that I was personally interested in that weren't going to be covered in the course. And I was trying to figure out a workaround around it, right? Because I was really interested in marketing and I wanted to spend more time diving deeper into it. So I spoke to one of our course coordinators, and I told her, I was like, oh, I really wish the course was broader and I could learn a lot more related to marketing. And she was like, I wanted to come to you for the same thing. I think you should start a marketing club. And I was like, what? Are you sure? And then she was like, yes, I think you really should start a marketing club. We haven't had a marketing club that exists currently, so it would be great to start one. And we could do a lot of different things. We could partner with a lot of different sort of companies as well. We could get in speakers. We could do so much. And immediately the wheels in my mind started turning, and I thought that this was brilliant. There was so much more that we could do through this, right? So I went in head first, right? I jotted down all the marketing areas that I was interested in, and I spoke to a lot of my batchmates and I asked them, what would you be interested in learning about marketing that isn't already in our course, right? So some people mentioned graphic designing, some people mentioned video editing. We had brand management as one of our courses, but they wanted to learn a bit more about brand design. So jotted down all of these different components and created a plan. And I thought of this really cool concept as well, where I didn't want it to be too boring, where we just come together and just talk. Like, I wanted there to be some exciting elements of it. So I created capsules for each marketing concept, and then those capsules basically had one activity-based session and one competition-based session. So for each concept, we would learn it and then also apply it. So there would be guest sessions and workshops and those sorts of things, and then we get to actually apply it through the competitions, right? I honestly didn't know how it was going to go, but during the club meeting that we had, I presented the idea and 100 people registered to be part of my club. Insane. It was really crazy. I did not see that coming, but we got all the people in, registered, did a brainstorming session to pick the name of the club. So before the club was formed, it was called Not a Club, because I didn't want it to be a typical club. I wanted to be a sort of community for people who are interested in marketing. So we called it Marketing and More, and there was a lot more than marketing that was explored there, right? So that's how that experience went. The club went great. We ran it through year 3 and year 4, and when I was graduating, and the craziest part was, I got a job and started the day after my final examinations. How crazy is that? Yeah, it was honestly unbelievable, right? But through the club, I got to talk to so many people outside in the market who were in the market. I got to interact with so many people, including alumni and people from other agencies and companies who came in for the guest sessions, and my network just grew broader and broader. And the best part was that I didn't even get the job through these external connections that I made, but through the university itself. I got recommended on LinkedIn by someone from my university for a job, because they saw me take initiative for the club, and they saw how interested I was in marketing and how everything that I did was to further my skills in this. So the moral of the story is that if there's something you want to do, you just have to go out there and do it, and there will always be support that is extended your way. When you're starting something out, I know it's very difficult and you're not exactly sure how you're going to do it, and there's so many questions that you have, but what I found that the best thing to do is just go for it. And the first step is always just to talk to someone that you're interested in doing this, and the path will open up on its own. So yeah, don't be afraid of trying different things. If there's something that you feel like you're not getting the most out of your experience, and there's just something that makes you think that you want to go the extra mile, just do it. Don't worry about anything else. Just put yourself out there, and the resources will come your way. All you have to do is take the first step. So hope that helps, and let me know if there's anything else that you would like to know about my experience in university. And the main reason I want to make these videos is that I feel like I had a very fulfilling experience in my university, and I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it, and I want to share that experience with anyone that it might help, because I didn't have anyone to talk to when I was going through this experience. So I want this to sort of serve as a guide or just like an experience log of my university life. So hope that helps, and see you next time.